Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MEDevice Insider Live. We're here at MEDevice Boston 2025, and I'm joined by Mika Hulliberger with Teleflex Medical OEM. Mika, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thanks for joining us. And we were just chatting before this.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the cardiovascular, neurovascular spaces. We were talking delivery systems and the need to make these delivery systems smaller. So kind of set the stage for us. Tell us a little bit more about kind of what's going on in that space.
Absolutely. As we talk to customers around the United States and really globally, people want to get smaller. And the reason they want to get smaller is so they can reach more torturous aspects of the anatomy. We want to get deeper into the heart. We want to get deeper into the brain. We want to get to places that we haven't been able to get there before. And we need to, because that's how medicine's going to advance. That's how we're going to take the next step to making people healthier over the longevity of their life.
Sure. Well, then what does the current standard of care look like in some of these delivery systems?
Well, it depends on who you talk to. The old way we've done things, you're a PTFE liner, you're a coil reinforcement, you're an outer jacket. And really, what we're looking at and the way we're looking to do things, we need to start looking at different materials, because the different materials and the different ways to manufacture these products are how we're going to get those smaller, more dynamic products that we can bring into the market.
Cool. So then let's talk about that. Unpack it a little bit. Tell us kind of what those new materials and maybe even some manufacturing processes, what those materials look like.
So our Trenton, Georgia facility has been a leader in the polyimide space for several years. In fact, if you ask them, they would say they developed polyimide micro diameter tubing.
Nice.
There's lots of stories that they could get into. Probably now is not the time or space. But
eventually, though.
Eventually.
Stay tuned, everyone.
But it's exciting because not a lot of folks know about it. We go all over the country and we ask people what their familiarity with polyimide is, and there isn't any. And the bottom line is, when you look at it as a material, because of the temperature properties and the resistance to temperature, some of the mechanical properties at those different temperatures, the mechanical strengths and the biocompatibility, it's a great product to look at, not just in these cardiovascular or neurovascular spaces, but in all sorts of walks of life from a med device standpoint.
And okay, that's really interesting. So I guess why haven't engineers maybe have been thinking about using that material?
It's a really good question, and I don't have an answer for you, to be quite honest with you. We're just as shocked because if we look at our company as a whole, we have catheter centers of excellence in Plymouth, Minnesota, and Limerick, Ireland, and we really weren't looking at it until recently as we started to dive into it with our 30, 40 years of knowledge from our engineering teams in our Trenton, Georgia space. So it's been eye-opening for us, and we're just starting to bring it to the world. It's been there for years, but we're just starting to put the face on it with Teleflex and bring it to our customers.
And what are you seeing as like the competitive advantage and benefits of now using this newer material?
One, because of the process, it's concentricity and the tolerances that we're able to hit with the product line. So if you're not familiar with polyimide, it's made with a film cast process. So picture a mandrel, picture a wire that we then take and coat polyimide over. And because of the way it's processed, unlike an extrusion, we're able to really tighten the tolerances. We're able to get it very concentric. A quick story. We were meeting with a global medical device company earlier this year. They had a need, and one of the things they said is we were talking through a standard PTFE line, coil reinforced catheter, was we need this to be very concentric. And so we stopped the conversation right there and said, well, what about polyimide?
Yeah.
They said, never really thought about it. So we talked through the process, we talked how it's manufactured, and the next thing you know, that's the direction the project is headed. So it's been eye-opening from a standpoint of people really don't understand the power of polyimide at this point in time.
That's incredible. So I guess if there are any engineers out there that want to learn more about this newer material and approach to designing and developing and manufacturing these types of delivery systems, you know, what's the best way to, say, get in touch with you?
We have sales reps all over every corner of the globe. So I mentioned earlier, we do have a large domestic sales team, but we have an international sales team as well. And so we'll be at, not just at this show, we'll be at MDM Minnesota or Midwest here in later this month. And we'll be at other trade shows around the world. So you'll be able to find us.
Easy to find you guys.
Have access to us.
Cool, awesome. Hey, Mika, thanks so much for coming on and sharing these insights with us today. We appreciate your time and wishing you the very best of luck with the remaining show here.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.